It's time for the trucker John live stream. Gonna be a good time. Oh yeah. The trucker John live stream. Come along for a good time. It's a good time, good time, good time, good time. Trucker John live stream. Be a good time, gonna be the time of your life. Gonna talk some shit, hush your mouth. Gonna talk a little smack. Gonna talk whatever comes of it. You're gonna always wanna come back. Oh yeah, it's the Trucker John live stream. He's the biggest, baddest, funniest mother you've ever seen. Watch your mouth, he's headed south. Not even sure what that means, but if it's one thing I know, the Trucker John live stream is the best thing you've ever seen. It's time for the Trucker John live stream. Gonna be a good time. Oh yeah. The Trucker John live stream. Come along for a good time. It's a good time, good time, good time, good time. Trucker John live stream. Be a good time, gonna be the time of your life. Gonna talk some shit, hush your mouth. Gonna talk a little smack. Gonna talk whatever comes of it. You're gonna always wanna come back. Oh yeah, it's the Trucker John live stream. He's the biggest, baddest, funniest mother you've ever seen. Watch your mouth, he's headed south. Not even sure what that means, but if it's one thing I know, the Trucker John live stream is the best thing you've ever seen.
Project 2025 would dismantle democracy as we know it.
He says, "You're not going to be a dictator, are you?" I said, no, other than day one.
Is a vision of implementing a startlingly authoritarian form of the U.S. government.
Same thing with the unions. They get their little 5%. They get another 2%. They get another 3%, 4%. Then all of a sudden, they're making more money than the people that own the company.
Do you do larger cuts, corporate cuts?
Yeah, I was planning on doing it. In fact,
You believe in punishment for abortion, yes or no, as a principle?
there has to be some form of punishment.
For the woman?
Yeah, there has to be some form.
What's at stake here is democracy itself. It's now Donald Trump's party. And if he's elected, the consequences will be catastrophic.
such a flagrant, toxic narcissist that he wants to take down the entire democratic system with him if he goes.
And I didn't need little Bruce Springsteen and all of these.
Are you surprised that he's trash talking you after all this time?
Not really.
Yeah.
Anything's possible. The stewardship of the nation has been thrown away to somebody who doesn't have a clue as to what that means.
Bruce Springsteen, we have a much bigger crowd than Bruce Springsteen, right? Much bigger. Hillary got Bruce Springsteen, I'll never forget. And the place was pretty full. Not full like our places are full, and I don't have a guitar.
It was okay. It was so worth it. There is no one you would rather go to a Springsteen concert in Jersey with than him. Than that guy. Brooks.
For me, the transformational piece of music was Bruce Springsteen's The River.
Okay.
Which is a journey. You know all the tracks.
Yeah.
And I'm that guy.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've been waiting for. Trucker John.
All right, good morning. Let me know if you guys can hear me. See if I get the right distance. For you who were on the Members Only Monday show yesterday, you'll know what I'm talking about getting the proper distance. I think that's about right. It's like, yeah. So hopefully, I'm just trying to get that all tied in here, just to make sure that I'm not too close, but I'm not too far. You gotta be just right. Let's get it just right. All right, guys. I'm not picking my nose. But I am wiping it. Okay. That's not a very good thing to look at. Anyhow, let's go over here to the chat. We got Applets, number 1 in the chat. And Tamara's in there. And hi, everybody. CN is here. Hello, CN. Good to see CN. Josh is here. Howdy, TJ Lounge crew. Hello, Josh. Good to see Josh over here in the driver's lounge. Josh says John is already behind. Yeah, I'm behind right from the get-go. Right from the get-go. Jolie's here. Hey, Jolie. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being the mod of the part of the mod squad. Now we have a squad. Stephanie B2's here. Hello, Stephanie. Good to see you. Oh, yeah, let me go make sure I'm on all chats. There we go. Now we're on all chats. So I don't miss anybody. Let's see. Cian is waiting for dinner. We'll be back. 72. Is John in the John? No, John was not in the John. John was making some toast and coffee. And I was sort of rearranging. I'm trying different angles. I've sort of turned my chair. So I'm now like I'm in the corner. This is actually like a corner. I'm just trying different things. Josh, I did not misplace my pants. I don't even wear pants when I do these shows. So why do I need to even care if I misplaced them or not? 72, did AI make this song? This question seems to come up a lot. Yeah, I use an AI generator where I plugged in the lyrics that I wrote. Thank you very much. And then you put in some other parameters, like what style of music you want. You know, you want it fast, slow, country, rock, pop, whatever, and you can try to shape it as much as possible, and then the AI will just take all that and make a song. And so yeah, it was AI the song. Joey says he doesn't need them. That's right. I don't even need them. Hey, Nick Rich is here, I guess. Yeah, there's Nick Rich. Good day. Like number 9. Now we're up to 24 likes, 19 watching. So thanks everybody for the old Tuesday talk with Trucker John. Delta Don. Hey, Delta Don. Good to see Delta. Hope you're safe. I think Delta's not in the storm area, are you? But all of those that all of you that are being affected by the latest storm, now it's Milton. If you're in Florida or anywhere up and down that area there in that eastern seaboard, be real careful out there. Do what you got to do. Find shelter. Get the hell out. Hunker down. Batten down the hatches. Whatever it is. Just stay safe out there. Stay safe. We got Teresa TAK in the house, in the driver's lounge. Good to see Teresa. Thanks for being here. Let's see. We got Josh. Now I'm imagining TJ in MC Hammer parachute pants. Well, don't think I don't have a pair. Actually, I don't, but I'm not above that. Seeing, hi TJ, hope you're okay. Have a nice day. Thank you, and same to you. Oh, goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. Sorry about sneezing and all that kind of stuff right on camera. Those of you that are watching, that cannot have been very nice, very pleasant. Sorry about that. Hey, David in Grand Prairie, Texas says, always driving to the left here. Hi, all. Why are you driving to the left? Are you in the left lane? Carrie C. Hello, Carrie C. Nice to see you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever the case may be. To everybody. Stephanie says, sounds great. Okay. So hopefully that's a good distance. The microphone. My tiny little mic. Josh says it's the Goldilocks zone. Yeah, just getting just right. Just right. MJ Daniel, good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. Tim Farrell's here. Hey, one of our resident Tims. Good to see Tim. Hopefully we won't have a blackout like yesterday where all of a sudden the show just went black. Although that may have been the best part of the show. Walter McCarrovich says, good morning, Trucker John. How about that goofy governor of Florida refusing help? And what the H is wrong with this goofy MAGA? P.S. How about them Cowboys? Dak finally delivered. Yeah, I was watching that game. I felt bad for Pittsburgh. You know, like they scored that one touchdown and it just had too much time left on the clock. The Cowboys came back. So, yeah, it was a big win for the Cowboys. Old Jerry Jones was up there happy and celebrating. But, yeah, as far as the goofy governor of Florida, sure would be a good time to vote that motherfucker out, right? Florida, I'm talking to you. Be a really great time to vote his ass out. MAGA, goofy MAGA is deranged. They're just deranged. That's what's wrong with MAGA. Hey, Witchy Woman. Hey, beautiful mutter trucklers. Good to see Witchy Woman. Thanks for being in here and hanging out with us for a bit in the old driver's lounge. Stephanie B2 is in pain management, but I'm still waiting for my surgery date. and we're all behind you to get your surgery and everything goes okay with you. We're all thinking about you, Stephanie. William says, "Hey, Trucker, and everyone else. Hey, William, back at you. Good to see William." Let's see. CR's here. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, CR. Good to see you. William's here, a witchy woman. Okay, Keith Polite. Hello, Keith. Good to see Keith in the old driver's lounge. Thanks for hanging out with us. This is a good time to maybe have a cup of coffee. Kick back and relax. Enjoy the ride. What do you guys think of this new angle? Can you guys see any difference? Like I said, I've angled it so I'm back in the corner. I'm like in the corner here. Is that better? Worse? Can't really tell the difference. No change whatsoever. It does, but what it does do is it puts a shadow on this side of my face. It does sort of shadow, so it gives me a little contour, maybe. I don't know, because the light I'm using is just like a wall. It's a wall light. It's on the side of the wall right here, right, almost out of screen right there, and it does sort of put me in a shadow. So I'm not sure if that's a good idea. I might want to go back to being this way. Oh, but I have to move the camera. Well, I don't know. I'm just experimenting, I guess, with stuff. That's me, I'm very experimental. I'm experimental in when it comes to camera shots and angles and things of this nature. See, I had to get dinner at the window, and now the hungry one is waiting for food. Be back. All right, see, and do what you got to do. Feed the hungry one. They're always hungry, seems like. Walter McCarovich says, like your opening photo, Trucker John, were you waving to someone at Trump? Well, I know it's kind of hard to see. You might have to zoom in on that photo, but actually, I'm standing in front of the Trump International Hotel in Las Vegas, and yeah, I was giving one of these maybe. I was giving out to the Trump International. I was giving him you're number one. I was giving him the "you're number one" sign. So yeah, maybe I should be more like clear. But yeah, I have to kind of zoom in, and maybe I should make a different picture where it's kind of zoomed in on my hand. MJ Daniel says, I hope everybody in the Tampa, Sarasota area are already gone. It's a pretty big storm. Yeah, if you can evacuate. Get out. Get the hell out. Get out! But unfortunately, not everyone can get out. I guess some people decide to stay for whatever reason. Some people can't get out for whatever reason. It's got to be a nightmare, having to deal with these freaking ass Cat 4 and Cat 5 hurricanes, the likes of which we've never seen before. I mean, it is unprecedented to get this many of them in such a short period of time. It's all global warming, man. Just like here in Vegas, we've been 10 to 15 degrees above average temperatures for the last couple weeks now, 2-3 weeks. You can't convince me otherwise. That's not because of climate change. And you also can't convince me that climate change that we're experiencing isn't man-made caused. I'm getting some volume here. Let's see. Shut that off. Hey, Mr. Bob Newell. Yo, Trucker John, sup? Hey, Mr. Bob Newell. Sup with you? Sup? 72 says, going around the world to the left is what I call leaving your left blinker on. Okay. Tim Farrell says Hal sneezed once while he was fecus. That was funny. Hey, Carol Alana's here. Hey, Carol, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Says, howdy all. I'm doing a drive-by to say hi, hit the like, and I voted for Stay in Ohio. Good for you. Good for you. Blue all the way and Kamala coach. Now I got to go outside and do hard work. Amish coming to do repairs finally. Those Amish, they might be slow to getting there, but I hear they're really good workers. All right, so Mr. Bob Newell says 12:23 p.m. It's 9:30 here. I guess I'm 7 minutes behind. I'm 7 minutes behind you, but I'll be catching up here. Josh says, I wish NASCAR fans would apply go fast, turn left to their politics. Yeah, I guess NASCAR fans are largely, over there to the right. But not all, Teresa T-A-K, TAC. I like to say TAC for short. Just wanted to let y'all know I just recently dropped off my ballot voting form and I voted all blue. Well, yay, Teresa. Good job. Thanks for doing that. Thanks for voting, exercising your rights as an American citizen to vote. And I'm very extremely happy that you voted blue. Blue. Mr. Bob Newell, Meatball Ron is a douchebag. Meatball Ron is a douchebag. I agree, Mr. Bob Newell. Wholeheartedly. Mr. Bob Newell also goes on to say here, I heard that hurricanes are manufactured by Democrats. Thanks, MTG, for putting that out. Now our little secret's out. Keith Philippe, climate doesn't pay attention to deniers. MJ Daniel and the asshole Republicans from DJT and Vance to Hannity are still spreading lies about President Biden and FEMA. They are all unfit to hold office. They are. Stop voting for them, people. But of course, no one listens to me. Pamela, DeSantis is out in 26. I guess he'll term out. Come on, Florida. Please. First of all, Democrats, please get some good Democrats running. Okay, we tried to well, see, we had what was the black guy that ran, and he seemed like a really good candidate. And I think he still is good. I think he's still good, but then he ran into some troubles with drinking issues or whatever. So that he's probably out. And then we tried an old retread, like an old Republican turned Democrat, who seemed like a good guy too. Seemed like, I don't remember really in his current run. Maybe it's GOP or whatever, different. But when he was running against DeSantis, I mean, he seemed to be saying all the right things. But I think it's going to take someone dynamic, a Democrat that's dynamic, and that is a real, true Democrat to win the governorship. So come on, Democrats, put somebody up who can capture the attention and the interest of the Florida voters. I think it can be done. I think we can. I think Democrats can win. It's kind of ripe for the taking. I think, but we'll see how this one turns out as far as people are going to be voting for things on the ballot, abortion issues, and weed. And then also, I think Rick Scott's Senate seat is up, and there's a Democrat running there. And from what I've seen, I think it's a woman. I can't remember her name. I'm sorry about not knowing the name, but seems like a good candidate as far as on point with all the issues. Who knows? Maybe we can flip that seat. Who knows? Who knows, man? But I know right now, Floridians are really concentrating on trying to not get killed in all these storms. But and I wonder how the storms are affecting the voting. If it's going to be hopefully by November, we're the storms will be all gone and then people could be settled down. But anyhow, I hope that the Floridians. I mean, when you see things like the Villages go from being a real MAGA stronghold to them having parades in their golf carts supporting Kamala Harris. I mean, that's got to be an encouraging sign. Now, I know that's not scientific. It's not like a scientific poll or whatever, but it's still encouraging to see that. An area that you just think is just dead red the whole way, and then they were holding little parades supporting Kamala Harris in the Villages, which is, those of you that don't know, and I barely know about it, but that's a big community in Florida, mainly a retirement type of community, and that has been voting red and has been voting for Trump, and there seems to be at least some people there who are coming out loud and proud for Kamala Harris. So if that's any indication of Florida as a whole, I do hold out some hope that Florida could maybe give us a Democrat in the Senate, and maybe, who knows if it's in play for Harris, right? For the presidency. So we'll see. We'll just have to see. Pamela says, finishing up hurricane prep and have to pick up grandson, early dismissal from school, so I won't be here long. Well, hey, Pamela, you stay safe. Get your grandson. Get everybody safe. I'm just so happy that, I'll be happy, that you can get to safety. So I appreciate whatever little time you spent here. That may be too much time. You need to go out and you need to, get your grandson and you get prepped for that hurricane and make that, wherever you're at, a safe shelter. So yeah, be careful, Pamela. When we're all thinking about you too, and we're sending our best wishes and just hoping for you'll stay safe in that storm. Pamela, Moscow, Jolie, and Aaron West. Is Aaron here? I haven't seen Aaron, by the way. Oh, there's Aaron. Okay. Oh, there's Aaron. Aaron, hello, everybody. I guess I skipped over you, Aaron. Thanks, Aaron, for being here. And let's see. Why am I coughing? I don't know. Mr. Bob Newell says Trump's name on a casino is a death wish or bankruptcy. And by the way, just so you know, that the hotel Trump International in Las Vegas has no casino. It's only a hotel, and there also are some private residences. There are some condos in there that people can buy, but there is no casino. Just so you know. Let's see. MJ Daniel, I drive past a small gun shop covered in DJT flags a lot and give them the one finger salute every time. There you go. It's hard not to do whenever you see some Trump shit, Hey, there's Jupiter Judy. Hello, Jupiter Judy. Thanks for joining us in the driver's lounge. Jupiter Judy says, at Pamela, stay safe. Where are you? I'm in Jupiter. Hence the name Jupiter Judy. There you go. Now it's all coming together for me. Pamela says, I'm in Daytona Beach side, but I am going to a motel. Do what you got to do. Yeah, get your grandkids and your dogs, your pets, whatever you got to do, and get to a safe spot. Hey, there's Del Francisco. Hey, Del Francisco. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out with us in the driver's lounge. Del says, hi, Trucker John and chatters in here. Mr. Bob Newell, hunker down. It's only a category 5. Yeah, it's only a category 5. Bonnie Thompson is here. Hey, Bonnie, good to see you. Thanks for hanging out with us. Says, I have a cat. Cat is clinging. Cat wants 10,000 pets while I'm eating. Oh, you got one of those kind of cats. It's either they don't want to give you the time of day, or they just are constantly wanting you to pet them, right? No middle ground with some of these cats. But they're cute. They're so cute. Kitty cats are so cute. Let's see. Bob Newell with the time update to 12:29. So I believe I am about 11 minutes behind. I'm 11 minutes behind. Keith Police says Kamala Harris just announced a plan for Medicare home care benefit. Huge deal for those caring for kids and parents at the same time. Wow. I haven't heard about that. I'm going to have to look into that. That sounds like a great plan. See, everyone, and don't you get sick and tired of these so-called undecideds who say, I just don't know what Kamala Harris is, I don't know what she's about. I don't know what her policies are. I don't know. And she announces things all the time about these the business tax credit thing. And I mean, we know where she stands on these positions, but they're like, I don't know what to do. But come on, Aaron West says my uncle is evacuating to Georgia. Well, I hope Georgia's safe. I guess is it out of the path of the storm? I hope it's out of the path of storms. Witchy woman 71 in Virginia, and I am freezing. I would love to have 71 in here in Vegas. I would love it if that was our high, our daytime high. To me, 71 sounds perfect. David in Grand Prairie, Texas. Finger held high to all Republicans here. Hi, all. Well, hello, David in Grand Prairie, Texas. Hi, back at you. Stephen Sayers is here. Top of the morning to TJ. You all. Well, top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you, Stephen Sayers. And thanks for being here. I do appreciate you being here. All right, Stephen. And I hope you're wearing your TJL hat, which someday I'm going to figure out how to do a better merch table, get some better designs out there. Someday I will get that figured out. MJ Daniel says, the brother of my brother's girlfriend lives in Sarasota, where it is likely to get hit the hardest. Hope they evacuate. Me too, man. If you can get out, And if you can't get out, just try to find, I guess, the safest place that you can find. David in Grand Prairie, Texas says, anybody seen kimchi since YouTube was banned in Russia? I believe kimchi is in the chat as we speak, but going under a different name. Hey, Mod Days here. Morning all. Morning back at you, Mod. Thanks for coming on into the driver's lounge. Pull up a seat, grab yourself a cup of coffee, and let's sit a spell. I still haven't got any feedback. If you think that this is a good setup, is it okay if I'm like, I'm like Two-Face. I'm like shadow here. I'm light in here. Maybe I should turn it back the other way around. But then, see, there's no wall. There's no background. So I either have to be like this, or I have to be just kind of straight on like I was before. MJ Daniel says, I think we got our ballots in the mail on the 16th around here. You know what? I haven't checked my mail in like a few days. I need to go check my mail. It might be in my mailbox, even as we speak. I think it's been like a few days. Sometimes I go weeks without checking my mail, and it's just right over there, about 100 feet away from me, probably. Jupiter Judy is lurking. Well, you were in here earlier speaking, but that's okay. Oh, that's all right. All right. So everyone's saying hello to Jupiter Judy and things of this nature. Mr. Bob Newell, Charlie Crist has a closet problem. Oh yeah, it was Crist that was running. I guess that's enough for some people to not vote for him. Especially if he was, as a Republican, was advocating for policies that would be hurtful or harmful to any type of gay rights, then that's when it's a problem to me, anyhow. When there's that kind of hypocrisy. Pamela says DeSantis can run again in 2030 or 32. So he's got to sit one out and then he can run again. I really hope that once he's gone, but you never know. MJ Dana says, I thought that liberals were still using HAARP to control the weather. Maybe we can take out Mar-a-Lago this time. Yeah, we need to have a little better aim. Our aim's a little off, I guess. Pamela, Charlie Crist is a flip-flop. But he would have been better than DeSantis. That's all. But I guess you need more than that. I guess it takes more than that to flip a state that has been red for a while, especially in their governorship and even in their Senate choices. I guess it just takes. It's going to take more than just. Well, he's better than that guy, because apparently it didn't work. Although I think it was a pretty close election if I remember correctly. It was kind of close, somewhat close, anyhow. But I guess it takes more than just he's better than him. Apparently, because I don't know what's going to take people to get motivated to vote. Sometimes Pamela says the Repubs they say endorse Kamala Harris doesn't guarantee a vote. I don't trust them. Yeah, it's like fool me once, shame on me. Wait, shame on you. Wait. Oh, watch me hit this drive. I go into Bush whenever I mess up that saying. I do a little W there. Hey, Paul Sharkey Mannion, our friend from across the pond, is here. Says, hiya, TJ and the truckers. Last day on antibiotics, but still feel bad. Things can only get better. A storm is hitting us right now. So you guys got storms too, huh? Up there hitting you? Well, I hope you feel better. Soon, get well soon, and stay safe in that storm. Everybody stay safe. Josh says, speaking of Florida, any news on Gates scandals? I haven't heard anything new other than that he's still a free man and probably shouldn't be. William says, haven't heard much from Chris Christie lately. That's true. But speaking of Chris Christie, I do have a little thing here. Look at this here. Look at this. Look at this shit. Over here. Look at this over here. It says that 35 Republican senators voted against FEMA funding. 8 are up for re-election. And look at... oh, no, Chris Christie wasn't on there. Chris Christie... Chris Christie. When you said Chris Christie, for some reason I was thinking Ted Cruz in my head. But look at Rick Scott's on there from Florida. So you got this John Barrasso from Wyoming, Marsha Blackburn, Marsha, Kevin Kramer, Ted Cruz, Deb Fisher, Josh Hawley. He needs to go. I mean, they all need to go, but Coons. What's his? He needs to win in Missouri. Rick Scott. He needs to get ousted from Florida for sure. And then there's the Wicker Man, Roger Wicker. Look at these assholes. They vote against FEMA funding, and then they want to turn around and point the finger at Biden. Well, fuck you. We know who you are. We know what you've done. And these 8 motherfuckers for sure should all be voted out of office. So if you live in any of those states, Wyoming, Tennessee, North Dakota, Texas, Nebraska, Missouri, Florida, Mississippi, then come on. You need to do whatever you need to do to vote blue. I don't know, to get people to vote blue. Hey, that's another one. I might have to trademark that one. Do whatever you need to do to get people to vote blue. Although people might take that the wrong way, but it does have a nice rhyme scheme to it. Let's get people to vote blue, all right? Especially like that. When you get these assholes. It's just that same tactics of blocking the border bill. Crying and complaining about border security and the borders being overrun and we're being taken over by immigrants or whatever. And then we get a pretty good border bill in place that's going to solve a lot of these, or at least help to resolve a lot of these issues. And then they won't vote on it. They won't even bring it up for a vote because they don't want the Democrats or in this case Kamala Harris to get any type of credit for that. They'd rather have the issue than so they can run on that than to try to solve it, which would benefit the country, benefit the American people. They put their party over the people all the time, and this is another example of it. This FEMA thing is an example of it. The border bill is an example of it. Just on and on and on and on and on. Let's see, MJ Daniels says the list of Republicans endorsing Harris Wallace is growing, including 19 members of the Reagan administration. Yeah, that list keeps growing. You're right. It's amazing. Mr. Bob Newell, hurricane supplies, beer and bullets. I like the alliteration. I do like that alliteration, and I'm not opposed to having some beer on hand. I guess if you got a firearm, you need bullets. So yeah, but I would also maybe get a good supply of water and maybe some canned goods. Maybe just in case you get hungry, and the canned goods seem to keep pretty well. And an opener. Make sure you got a can opener. No sense in having canned goods if you don't have a can opener. So put that on the list too. Witchy Woman says, I think the polls are rigged to give a fake horse race in 2020. Some polls were off by as much as 15 points. I think there's that. Absolutely possible. Pamela says, thanks, John. You're welcome, Pamela. Mr. Bob Newell, 12:38. Am I getting worse further? I think I'm 14 minutes behind. Jolie says, early voting starts today in Indiana. I'm waiting to go with both my daughters. My youngest will be in the UK until next week. Can't wait to vote. All right, Jolie. Yeah, you and your daughters go and vote blue for all the things that are dear to you. Trademark Trigger John. And do everything you can do to get people to vote blue. And don't take that the wrong way. Like nothing violent. It just it's a good rhyme. It's a good rhyming scheme, and it just means to, promote the Democratic policies and Democratic candidates. Get the word out. It's about getting the word out, I guess. Pamela says, Paul Sharkey-Mannion, you getting the remnants of that other hurricane? I wonder if there should be a question mark on there. Indra Daniel, I have been seeing more Harris Wallace bumper stickers in the parking lot when I go grocery shopping. But this is Western Washington, Western Washington, but still a good sign. That is a good sign. People are willing to show who they're supporting. Hey, Mr. Spock is here. Good to see you. Live long and prosper with the old Mr. Spock there. Be logical. Stay logical, my friend. Stay logical. Jolie says, my cat goes from one extreme to the other, either overly affectionate and won't leave me alone or won't let me within 6 feet of her. Moody little shit. Like I said, there's no middle ground with some of these cats. Mr. Spock's trimming some weed coffee. I don't think it's weed coffee. There is a period between the two there, so there's trimming some weed. We'll go wait a couple seconds here. And then coffee. MJ Daniel says, our high temp will be around 67, 68. 67, 68. And it has been raining just a little bit. So normal for here. MJ Daniel, where are you at? Did you just say you're in Western Washington? Oh, yeah. You're up near Seattle area, I guess. Yeah, that sounds about normal. I like it up there. I love Washington's beautiful. I don't mind the rain, and then when it clears up, it's really beautiful, and then you get more rain. Washington is a beautiful state. Don't let them tell you anything else. It's a beautiful state. Let's see. I'm just scrolling down a little bit. Mr. Bob Newell, I'm going to go ahead and... I look biracial because I'm because of the thing with the shadow. Okay, I think that's what you're talking about. Proudly biracial. Josh says, I think it's Mish. Oh, who's been mysteriously absent from chats. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I know Big Hook. Big Hook was really concerned for Mish. I think, as we all are. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Hope everything's okay with Mish. Yeah, that's a mystery we haven't solved yet. Oh, wait a minute. Jolie says, I just saw her in a chat a couple days ago, Josh. She's just been super busy. Oh, that's a relief. Thanks, Jolie, for that update, because that is a relief. I mean, I know Big Hook was really concerned and worried, and then that made me worry. So, there you go. So I'm glad it was just that, that she's been busy and she's okay, though. Josh says that's good to know. Yeah, that is good to know. Teresa is back. I'm back. Went for a walk with my daughter and the 2 dogs. There you go. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Stephanie B2's got to eat. All right. See you later, she says. Be safe. All of you in the path of storms, please. All right, Stephanie. Thanks for hanging out with us. You go eat. Enjoy your meal best you can. Mr. Spock, you can't call him fat, though. I don't know what that was about. I'm kind of, because I skipped down. I don't know what you guys were talking about. Might have been me. I don't know. Buddy Thompson being Jupiter Judy being a superhero today while packing up a house. Be safe. Yeah, everyone be safe. Steve Sayers, Coots, Missouri Center 2024. Get rid of Holly. Yes, and I know Steve has been really a big proponent of Coots, and that's great. Keep getting the word out, Stephen. It would be nice to get that seat. Not only because, of course, I'm a Democrat. Most of us in here are probably Democrats or vote for Democrats. We want to see more Democrats. But also, Josh Hawley is just a fucking little milquetoast, wimpy little sellout of a Republican. Total sellout. Talk about putting party over people. He's a worthless piece of shit, Josh Hawley. So it'd be nice to just get rid of his little tiptoeing out of the Congress ass. Josh, the list of representatives who vote against FEMA is massive. Well, yeah, there's 35 Republicans. That's for sure, according to that meme there. Bonnie Thompson, the creepy man from Poltergeist is based on Rick Scott. I know. I always think he looks like Skeletor or something. Teresa says, I definitely voted all blue and dropped it off at our ballot box. Sorry, I do not trust the mail. Hey, do what you think you got to do. Do what you got to do. You do what you got to do. Hey, yo, Paulie, why you gotta be like that? Hey, Paulie, why you gotta be like that, Paulie? Hey, Paulie, why you gotta be like that? Yeah, Paulie, why you gotta be like that, Paulie? Whenever I do Stallone as Rocky, I think I say the same lines every time. By the way, that was me doing Stallone as Rocky. In case you didn't pick up on that. Stephen Sayers says, going to hand deliver my ballot to election office today. Right now. Come together. Right now. Hey, Rob4419 is here. Says, hi all. Hi, TJ. Well, hello, Rob4419. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out in the driver's lounge. If you might have noticed, the members have these new snazzy looking little, I guess, badges. Are they called badges? If you want a cool snazzy little badge, you can also become a member. And then what does that get you? You ask? That gets you access to Members Only Monday. If I can say it right. Members Only Mondays, and it's a blast. Just ask all the members that were there yesterday. Everyone had a blast. Walter McCarver says, Witchy Woman says, Wicker Man was supposed to be burned. Come on, witches. Walter McCarovich says, Trucker John, I was a little worried about you on that Facebook page. The last Dodgers-Padre games, you were fired up. I was, man. And let me tell you something. Padres players are a bunch of bush leaguers. Now, I don't condone what some of those Dodger fans, look, you had over 55,000 people there, and there's a handful of assholes who threw some shit on the field. I do not condone that at all, doing that. Other than, the only thing I think is cool is if the opposing team hits a home run and you just toss the ball, you're not trying to hit a player, but you just toss the ball back out on the field. I think that's the only thing that should be allowed, because I think it's cool when people do that. When they say, fuck you, I don't even want your stupid home run ball. I don't give a fuck if it's Babe Ruth that just hit it. I don't want your fucking ball. Here, take that and shove it up your ass. That's the only exception I take to throwing things on the field. Other than that, people who throw stuff on the field should be removed and banned for life. That's my opinion on that. But having said all that, Tatis and Profar and Manny Machado are a bunch of little bush league, little pussy-ass bitches. And they were taunting the crowd. They were totally unprofessional. So what the fuck did they expect was going to happen eventually? With their taunting, turning around, jawing with the crowd, talking shit to the crowd. That's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to just turn around and pay attention to the game and be a fucking professional. Those fucking Padres are unprofessional, little pussy-ass bitches. And I hope tonight the Dodgers need to fucking get fired up. They need to get emotional. They need to play with some emotion tonight, and they need to kick the shit out of the Padres tonight. Figuratively speaking, in the terms of the sport of, scoring runs and shit. I'm not talking about anything like fighting or anything like that. Anyhow, that's all. Other than that, I have no opinion on the subject. Rob 4419, just vote blue. It's all we have to do. There you go. I've been telling people that. That's a good one. Trademark Rob 4419. Just blue. Just vote blue. It's all we have to do. Now mine is vote blue for all that's dear to you, trademark Trucker John. And I also came up with another one. What did I can't remember what I said. Vote blue. Tell everyone you knew. I don't know. I can't remember what I even said. Witchy Woman says vote blue because repukes are cuckoo. That's also a good one. Jupiter Judy, see you later, Truckers. Last few things they need to. You need to get in some clouds, I guess. All right, Jupiter Judy, thanks for being here. As Witchy Woman says, have a good day. Have a good day. Pamela says, I borrow from President Obama. Don't boo, vote blue. Oh, wait. But yeah, you added the blue. That works perfectly. Don't boo, vote blue. I like it. I like it. I like it like that. Josh says it's nice we care about each other. We do. I think we do. Paul Sharkey Manny says, when you finally get rid of Trump, will you have to sit down with what's left of the Republicans to change the criteria for people to run for president? Well, yeah, that would take some constitutional amendments, and that's not always an easy thing to do. Hey, Rob Glynn's here. Hey, Rob, good to see you. Says hi, everyone. Checking in to give the stream a like. Hey, thanks so much, Rob. Always good to see you. Thanks for checking in. We'll see you on Friday. On Friday, yay. Yippee-yay. Yay. Always looking forward to Fridays with Rob Glynn over there on House Show. So thanks for stopping by. I'm so far behind in the chat, you're probably already gone. If you were just checking in to give a like. So don't think I was ignoring you. I'm just like 11 or 12 minutes behind in the chat, probably. Steve Sayre says, Trucker John, when you going to have some coffee cups to sell with your logo? I know, Steve. I'm going to work on that. I do have some on there, but You can't see it because it's just screwed up. It's all screwed up. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna get it going. But I don't know. I don't even know if there's a link to it. I thought I saw. I thought I saw Pooty Cat. No, I thought I saw. Well, see, I don't have it on here. I'm so unorganized. I'm disorganized and I'm unorganized. But yeah, I know. I need to do that. I guess non-useful's here. I might have skipped over non-useful, but thanks for being here. I don't mean to skip over you. If I don't see you or I skip over you, never, ever, ever take that personal. Just sometimes you miss stuff, you know? And sometimes I'm so far behind, I kind of just scroll down real quick and I might miss you. But good to see non-useful in the chat. MJ Daniel says Scott could also be the tall man, or the tall man from the movie Phantasm, or the vampire from Salem's Lot. How about we just make him unemployed, at least from the Senate, the unemployed man. Mad Max, Slava Ukraini. Hey, Slava Ukraini, right back at you. Mad Mac. MJ Daniel, we don't need no stinking badges. We don't need no stinking badges. Badges. How do they say it? You know, the accent. We don't need no stinking badges. Badges. I don't know. I'll have to work on that one. Well then, MJ, I see that you don't have one, so I guess that's what. I guess I know why now, because you don't need one. Paul Sharkimani says, "You can't let a crook like Trump run for office ever again. Trump is quite prepared to sacrifice anything or anyone or thing to save himself." Creep. Thumbs down. Yeah, he's a creep. I think here's what the thing. Here's the danger of, let's say you made an amendment that said no felons can run for president. No convicted felons can run for president. And then this would get highly conspiratorial, I guess. But then you could see maybe the justice system actually becoming weaponized, where if someone has the ability, if someone who's in power has the ability to weaponize the justice system to go after people and charge them, to go after potential candidates, opposing candidates or whatever, and then charge them with felonies or something. I mean, I know that sounds far-fetched, and as I'm saying it, it sounds really weird and far-fetched. But I mean, I guess that's the fear of having that stipulation in there. Like, let's just say, like I said, like if you did something like that. So I don't know. I guess we've always just relied on people having more common sense. But as we see, that's not the case with Trump. I mean, the man's got 34 freaking felonies, and people are still willing to vote for him. Although I do think, like I said, Joe Biden won by 8 million votes in the popular vote in 2020. I think Kamala Harris is going to win by even a bigger margin than that. I think Trump's support is waning. What we see, all the defections. It's just unfortunate that we had to go through 4 years with that person, you know, in the highest office of the land. MJ and Daniel, they were acting like they were Yankee fans. Well, like I said, I don't condone it, but I don't think the Padre players are innocent little angels in this either. Well, he says Tim Walz was great on Jimmy Kimmel last night. I didn't see that, but I'll probably catch some clips of it here and there. There's Mike H. Hey, good to see Mike H. Or Joel the Troll, as I lovingly call him. How you doing, Mike? Good to see you. I'm sort of skipping down because I know I'm like 20 minutes behind here in the chats. A lot of just, kind of like greetings to and everything. So that's That's cool. You guys are all saying hello to everybody. James Williams is here. Says good morning, everybody. Good morning to James. Welcome to the Driver's Lounge and hanging out with us today. Paul Shaw, man, TJ still looks like a janitor's closet where you have hidden the brooms. Yeah, well, what can I say? It is what it is. It's not a janitor's closet, but it is what it is. It's just a clothes closet. I don't know. Bonnie Thompson, I have a passive aggressive attitude about being skipped over. Sorry about that, Bonnie. Jolie says, "Oh, and yes, they are all already subbed to you at Drugger Drug. The members are subbed, yeah, I know. Bad Matt, TJ always liked Harry Potter living in the broom closet, so he's comfortable in his too. Cian says, "Hey peeps, sorry, but more bad news. I'm not allowed. I need to go wash him because after dinner he did a caca, so he needs to wash down. See you all. Maybe a bit of TMI there. I don't know. And TJ, have a great chat. Thank you, Cian. We'll have the greatest chat ever. The greatest chat. Go clean up the kid there. By golly. All right. It looks like I think I'm kind of caught up here. MJ Daniel, fun to see some rivalry going. Yeah, but that's not rivalry when you taunt the fans. That's unprofessionalism. That's Bush League. That's what's known as Bush League. In other words, that's minor league shit. You're at the big show, man. Okay? Act like it. Act like a professional. The rivalry is between the lines, between the teams playing. It's not you don't get in the face of the fans and start taunting them. Because mob mentality can spread real quick. I mean, it could take people that are normally just, probably wouldn't hurt a fly or anything, and then the mob can get all riled up. I don't think it's a really good idea to sit there and taunt, thousands of people. It's not a good idea, and it's Bush League. It's very Bush League. Padres are just a bunch of Bush Leaguers. And until they start acting a little bit more like professional ball players, that's all I'm going to think of them as. No matter, even if they win this series, even if they go on to win other series, I don't give a fuck. Until they start comporting themselves like professionals, then fuck them. Let's see. Bob Newell, 110. I'm about 3 minutes behind in this. Rob 4419 says, I think Kamala will win by a lot, the biggest win in the universe. I had to do that. She's going to win by a lot. I think she's going to win by a lot, too. But we got to vote. We got to make sure we vote. Josh says that's where TJ keeps his lack of pants. Yeah, not one pair of pants in this closet. I don't wear pants. Pants are for sissies. Not there's anything wrong with being a sissy. Pants are for losers. That's what I should say. Josh, I wonder if Trump's poo ever squirts straight up his back when he sits down. Josh, that's gross. I did not need that image in my head, Josh. I really did not. Please. Please, Josh, I beg you. I implore you. No more of that. I do not need that image in my head. Now I cannot get that out of my head. Thank you. Thank you, Josh. James Williams says, anyone been to a soccer game in Mexico? I have not. Paul Sharky says, Hurricane Milton doesn't sound too bad, but if I was in its path, I would be very worried. Get out if you can, and good luck to y'all. I think it does sound pretty bad. actually. But and yeah, Parshark says hi, Sia and James and Jay. Mike H says, Josh, I'm eating. Yeah, Josh. Josh says he's sorry. All right. At least you're sorry. It still doesn't take the image out of my head, but okay, I'll accept your apology. Bonnie Thompson says Ron DeSantis needs to get out there and fight Milton with his anti-woke powers. Who's the one that said that little rhyme, like, if they're woke, their head will be broke? I don't know. Somebody had a good one. David in Grand Prairie, Texas says, how sorry is I think pretty sorry. I mean that in a good way, as an apologetic way. Anyhow, let's see. Let's go straighten that. And I do have, and talking about the Republic thugs, the Republic idiots. Here's another one relating to the storms. It says MAGA says no helicopters are rescuing people in North Carolina. Okay, that's what MAGA was claiming, right? The North Carolina National Guard says that we completed 146 flight missions and rescued 538 people and 150 pets. So MAGA say it all with me, folks. MAGA, you can go fuck yourselves. Let's stop with the fucking bullshit. Let's stop with the lies just to make political points. Okay? It's the Republican governors that sometimes refuse the help or don't want the help. Joe Biden doesn't care if you're a Republican or a Democrat, if you're in a Cat 5 or a Cat 4 hurricane or in some other natural disaster and you need the help of the federal government. He doesn't give a fuck if you're red or you're blue or purple or green or hazel. He will send help to the best of his ability, to the full force and backing of the U.S. government. He'll send the help. So stop with the bullshit, MAGA. You lying little pieces of shit. James says Trump will save the day with his magic harpy. Walter McCarvich says Kamala did pretty good in 60 minutes. Where was the MAGA coward? Blaming Leslie Stahl with some bullshit lies from a previous discussion. Yeah, Donald Trump is just, he is a chicken shit, lying little coward is all he is. Pamela says, I have to go now. I will get on if you are still here when I get back. If not, I will try to be there Thursday. Hugs, friends. Thank you, Pamela. Thanks for being here. Yeah, we will be back on Thursday at 9 a.m. Pacific time. Witchy Woman, I love it when John gets all preachy and pissy. Well, at least one person likes it. I'm glad that. Yeah, Witchy says, have a good day. James says, see you soon to Pamela. Paul Sharky Man says, wasn't it great to see all the Republican governors working together with the federal government? Trump's brain is imploding as we speak. Yeah, Trump hates that shit. Good. And the more he gets upset about the kind of stuff, the better. Let him get upset and be a crybaby little bitch, you know, and soil his diaper. Witchy Woman says Milton sounds like a 96-year-old senile accountant, but names can be deceiving. Yeah, it's like, oh, here comes Hurricane Milton. Like, you know, how bad could that be? MJ Daniels says, I have heard that Satan has refused a phone call from President Biden, and I can believe it. He is petty fucking cockroach. He is a petty fucking cockroach. Yes, that's a pretty apt description, I would say, of DeSantis. And if he refuses a phone call, because I guess in order to get FEMA, it's kind of like, you got to ask. Right? The governor has to ask for it or declare, some sort of state of emergency and then ask for the help. And if DeSantis refuses to do that, and if the help of FEMA and National Guard or whatever, if that would have helped save lives, and he refuses to do that, then those deaths and injuries should be definitely held over DeSantis's head. He should be responsible for that and be held accountable for it. If you're going to refuse resources that would help save lives, and you are you're the governor of the state, you're the man in charge of the state. All that shit, you need to be held accountable for it. Josh says MAGA lies work with single source media consumers. Yeah. Hey, Wolf Jarl Gerbane says hi, Trucker Joe. Well, help. Hi back at you, Wolf. You mind if I just shorten it to Wolf for now? Thanks for being here. Good to see you. I hope you like, subscribe, and share the show. But subscribe would be great. That'd be great. Get a subscription, and you can hang out here. I mean, you can hang out anyway. But always good to have new people in here. Josh says, Kimchi, I worked B shift in a machine shop with a Jamaican dude named Milton for a couple of years. Okay. Non-useful says Donald Trump Georgia rally tickets going for $1,500 to $2,500 with perks like private bathrooms in Duluth, Georgia. Okay. Boom. Barney Thompson says, yesterday Milton seemed like it was going to be a nightmare, horrendous hurricane. Hopefully it won't be. I mean, I don't know what the path is, if it's changed the path. I don't know if it's what the category is, if it's getting stronger or weaker. I don't know the latest on it, but we got to prepare for it. Prepare for the worst, I guess, MJ Daniel says the mayor of Tampa has already spoken with President Biden, and FEMA is there and ready to go. All right. Rob 4419 heard that Mike Johnson won't fund FEMA until after election. Election interference is in a crisis. Oh my God. Yeah, just another example of how despicable the Republicans are. I mean, this goes beyond just putting the party over politics. This is putting the party over people. This is putting their party over the safety and health and well-being of American citizens. And Mike Johnson needs to be held accountable for this. If his actions lead to any sort of reduction in the services and the help that the federal government can provide to these hurricane victims and natural disaster victims, Mike Johnson needs to be held accountable. He cannot be just let off the hook. And by held accountable, I mean, I guess it means at the ballot box. If you can't vote him out of office, at least, because he's in Louisiana, I don't see him getting voted out anytime soon there, but at least if we could win the House back, we could at least oust him from the speakership. But, that's all months from now. Right now, I don't know, people need to call Congress and voice your displeasure in what he's doing. flood them with calls, flood them with postcards or whatever you got to do, because it's ridiculous, and it's beyond ridiculous. I mean, it's life threatening, and just because he kowtows to MAGA and to Trump, it's disgusting, truly disgusting. Rob 4419 says non-useful, but thought inflation is a Trump thing. Laughing out loud. James Williams says the difference with Milton is the debris left from the last hurricane. Those are just 100 mile per hour projectiles. Yeah, that's true. They haven't had time to clean up after the last one. And like you say, there's a bunch of stuff laying around, and that stuff will get whipped up and thrown topsy-turvy. Witchy Woman says, Josh, I had a Jamaican mechanic. He could MacGyver anything. Penny to create, MAGA equal members against governmental achievement. There you go. That took some work to come up with that one. Walter Makarovich says, prayers for all in affected areas. The Weather Channel is saying it's looking like the storm of the century. There you have it. So yeah, prayers. Witchy Woman says, can someone with Photoshop please make John some nicer signs? You don't like my signs, Witchy Woman? That's the character of the show. Was just, those are about as high tech as I get. My high tech signs. MJ, is Congress even in session? I don't think they are. Well, they can call them back. They can do a special session. If there's something like this is going on, and we have airplanes now. We're not all on horseback carts or horse-driven buggies. They can all hop on a plane, come back, and they can call a special session and vote this shit in. Paul Shruggy gotta go, my friends. Gotta get a few essentials. All the best. Oh, well, all the best back at you, Paul. Right back at you. Thanks for being here, as always. Good to see you. And stay safe also over there in the UK. Wolfjaw Rain says, I reported a few videos where they were claiming FEMA failed. If you use an address to send supplies, make sure it goes to a private or group address. Make sure it is legit if sending money, please. Yeah, make sure it is a legitimate organization like the Red Cross or something like that. Yeah. Hey, Jolie says Trucker John has channel memberships and super chats. You can also support the show by liking, subscribing, and sharing, or buy John a coffee at the buymeacoffee.com link. Linkity link. Boop, boop, boop. David in Grand Prairie, Texas says the debris left. How dare you, James? The left is golden. James Williams says they are still rescuing people. Cleanup hasn't even started in most areas. Yeah, no time. There's been no time. Well, 4419, we all have family, friends in Florida, and this is global warming, climate change. It's absolutely. There's Paul Sharkey Mannion. He's got thumbs ups and all kinds of these Chugga John, some Chugga John emojis and other emojis, things of this nature. Robert Perez. Hey, Robert, good to see you. Robert says, howdy, Trucker John, and all lovely liberals out and about. Well, hello back at you, Robert. Hope you're feeling better and getting your stuff done that you need to get done. Jolie says, your signs are the best at Trucker John. I love the throwback to the truck days. Still waiting on the fancy one with the colored Sharpies. I know. I need to run over to Target and get me some of them. Get me some. James Williams says, I don't think the left is as fragile as the reprehensibles claim. We will get through it. We'll get through it, yeah, but we need to vote. Make sure we vote. Vote blue, people. Non-Musil says inflation right now is a greed thing. Yes, greedflation. I think they call that greedflation. Private corporations, price gouging. Welcome to free market capitalism. Yeah, we've seen the graphs. We've seen the Elizabeth Warren videos and the Robert Reich videos, and we've heard. We know that there's greedflation going on. Companies and corporations are making the most profits they've ever made in the history of profit making, and so they are taking advantage and just raising prices because they can, because there is limited competition. There's only a handful of when you come to grocery shopping, there's only like 3 or 4 major corporations that kind of run everything. It doesn't if you think of monopolization literally, that would be like one company, but it doesn't have to just be one. But it can be down when it's just like 2 or 3 or 4 major companies. Then they can all it's much easier for them to kind of collude and say, hey, instead of really competing against one another, how about if we just all raise our prices? So it's a greedflation thing for sure. Although they have, I did post a graph the other day about prices actually coming down finally. Josh says, doesn't Red Cross pay their execs a shit ton? I don't know. I thought they were reputable. Maybe if you guys could come up with some other reputable organizations. I thought Red Cross was a good one, but I don't know. Rob 4419, yep, prices are decreasing. I think I just said that. William, I saw gas for $2.89 today. Josh says Robert Reich is awesome. Robert Reich. I guess, is it Robert Reich? Josh William I'm $2.99 in New York. Non-Musil gas in Southeast Missouri, $2.45. Here in Vegas, I don't get gas because I drive electric, but I think I saw it down to, I know it's under $4. I think it's like $3.89 or something. Here in Vegas, around Vegas, it can get a little bit expensive because it's a touristy town and they kind of jack prices up for the tourists. If you get off the strip, it might be a little bit cheaper, but not much. I think it's around $3.89 or $3.69 or something like that. It kind of goes up and down. So, James Williams, unregulated capitalism, thanks to Trump. Wolfjaw Gaburn says private equities too. Mark Lungo is here. Hey, Mark, good to see Mark. Thanks for joining us today in the Driver's Lounge. Says early voting starts today here in Ohio. All right, let's get those ballots in. Let's fill them out and get them turned in. That's how you drink out of a bottle, Donald Trump. In case you were wondering, Donald Trump and Marco Rubio, who apparently don't know how to drink out of a water bottle. Let's see. Rob 4419 says, and online shopping is big too. That's not declining. I do a lot of online shopping. Hey, Keys of D79 is here. It says, did you hear about what POS Bob Woodward's new book? Trump sent COVID test to Putin. Hey, by the way, Keys of D79, thanks for being here. I think I heard a little bit about that on the Stephanie Miller show this morning. I think I heard her cover that. And again, like Stephanie Miller was saying, I think she said like now a warning. And Bob Woodward has known a lot of stuff, seems like, that he just held on to, and now we're hearing about it. Maybe he should have came out before. Well, Trump did lose 2020, but I don't know. We probably could have got a lot of this earlier. I don't know how much he knew before 2016, Bob Woodward, but yeah, maybe not hold on to some of this info. Mike H says Rubicon is a good organization to donate or join to help out. Rubicon. Not sure if I've heard of that one, but maybe we'll check into that. Bonnie Thompson says private equity bros are buying up everything. I read some articles they're buying veterinary clinics too and raising the cost of pet meds and services. That's a shaking my head moment. You know, there's got to be some way of stopping that. MJ Daniel says even here in Washington, gas is getting down towards $3.50 range and dropping. $3.50 up there. I'm trying to remember what I saw last night when I was driving around looking at the prices. I think it was $3.89 where I saw it. James Williams, time for some windfall profit taxes. Yes. And I know Elizabeth Warren is a big proponent of that kind of thing. Wolfdraw Gerbain says, sorry, private equities are cashing in too, though through health, housing, and consumer. Just watched a few videos. Quesadilla 79 says he keeps releasing incriminating evidence in his book sells. Angry. MJ Daniel says Woodward is an asshole. And it's a shame that people are thinking that because, I mean, he and Bernstein, breaking the Watergate story was huge back in the day. Mike H., Team Rubicon, I meant. Okay, Team Rubicon. Yeah, I'll have to look into that, Mike. Rob 44, book over country. Yeah, I don't know. It's sad. Josh says, if I had money to donate, I'd probably look to see who Bo of the Fifth Column recommends. I don't know who Bo of the Fifth Column is. It was another YouTuber, I guess. Non-usual says Walmart gas pumps take $1 off per gallon. Well, with Walmart purchase of $100 or greater. So I guess if you're going and doing your shopping, you could do $100 pretty easily, and then you get $1 off. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good discount. I know we shit talk Walmart a lot, because traditionally they've had low wages. They actually encourage or give information to their employees about how to get into welfare programs and food stamps and stuff, instead of just paying a better wage. They would rather let the government subsidize their wages, I guess. And how they have become this force that they come into towns and basically can run mom and pop stores out of business. A lot of things about Walmart that we decry. But hey, Walmart's here, and I'll tell you, I go to Walmart every now and then. So, what are you gonna do? They're there. They're here, and so if you do shop there, take advantage of that $1 off. That's a great discount. Let's see. Jolie says, I believe it, Bonnie Thompson. My cat had pneumonia a couple of months ago. An X-ray, a couple of shots, and some antibiotics. $1,200. Unreal. That is unreal. $1,200. They do sell pet insurance, health insurance. I think I remember seeing or hearing ads about that on the radio. And I've always thought, oh my God, now we got to get pet insurance, for the pets. James Williams says you should look Bo up, Trucker John. I think I have heard Bo of the Fifth Column. I think that sounds kind of familiar, but I don't remember ever watching him. But yeah, I'll look him up. Bo of the Fifth Column, definitely, I'll check it out. Quesadilla 79 says Walmart runs on government welfare. Yeah, basically, like I was saying, because they pay so poorly that their employees have to go on government programs, and the thing about it is that the Walmart family, Walmart is the biggest store in the world, most profitable, or one of the most profitable businesses in the world. And all of the CEOs and the Walmart family, they're multi-billionaires. It's not like they're hurting financially. They could have, so in other words, they could afford to raise their wages. Is my point. And yet they don't, because they just rely on the government to subsidize the wages for them. Let's see. MJ Daniel have not been inside of Walmart since the 90s. Good for you, MJ. Non-useful says, Honey Boo Boo, Sarah, Huckleberry, Hound Dog get big perks from Walmart in Arkansas. Rob 4419, I see people doing the buy one, get one, or buy one, get one 50% off one. BOGO and Bo50, I guess. MJ Daniel, the QFC we go to gives shopping points for gas, and last time we got 30 cents a gallon off. What's a QFC? I don't even know what that is. KCD79, they're too big to fail. We're expendable. Delta Don says Walmart can do things like that because they've been fucking the rest of the world over for decades. MJ Daniel, because they destroyed the small local competition and became the only place people could shop. Right, which is what I was talking about. The mom and pop stores being going out of business. I touched on that. James Williams, all the membership cards piss me off. Just sell the product at a reasonable price. MJ Data, Quality Food Center, owned by Kroger's. That's a new one on me. I never heard of Quality Food Center. Must be a regional thing. Josh says, unfortunately, I hit Walmart occasionally, but there's not many options. Yeah. To tell the truth, I can't really remember the last time I was in a Walmart. It's been a while. I go to Target. Not that they're any better. They might be better. I don't know. But they're also just right down the street. So I like to shop in places that are close by. I don't like driving across the valley or across town if I can avoid it. So for me, it's basically Albertsons for grocery shopping and Target for other things, other items, like Sharpies. But I need to go and get the array of colors to make another sign that Kimchi will hate, apparently. But so anyhow, I think I've got to maybe call it a day. I do got some stuff I got to take care of. I think I got to go to the Hertz office to make my payment, because what I forgot is that I had to change my my card out, because I think there was a security breach, because I had a charge on there that I didn't recognize. And so when I called about it, my bank, Citibank, they just shut that card down, and they're sending me a new one. And on Hertz, I've got, it's like an auto pay thing. Like if I want to keep the card, it just automatically debits your account to keep it going. And so that's not going to go through now. And what they do, they don't let you, they can't, in other words, they can't change it over the phone or online or whatever. If I'm going to change the card, I have to go down to the office to do that. And so, and I'm dreading going down there, because it's literally, I've been down there where you're there all day long. I mean, it's the worst thing. the way they have it set up. I mean, they have a good thing where you can do most of the stuff online, but when it comes to these payments, and if you're going to change the card that you're using, you have to go in person to do that. And it's 10:45 here already. There's probably already a big line of people. So I think I got to go take care of that. Also, tonight, actually, technically, it'll be Wednesday morning, but tonight at 2:30 a.m. Wednesday morning is the implosion of the Tropicana Hotel, what's left of it. They got the two big towers. Everything else on the ground level has been pretty much cleared away. The old casino, the parking garage, all of the conference rooms they had, the pool area, all that stuff. That's all been gone and cleared out. The only thing left are the two big hotel towers, and even that's all been gutted, and most of the walls have been removed. So it kind of just looks like two big parking structures is what it looks like, but it's not. It's what's left of the hotel, and they're going to implode those tonight at 2:30 a.m. So I was thinking about trying to find a spot and either live streaming it or making a video of it. I know you guys love live streams. It is 2:30 in the morning. So for a lot of you, if you're on the East Coast, because that would be 5:30 a.m. If you're Central, that would be 4:30 a.m. And then for here in the West Coast, it's 2:30. It's a late hour no matter where you're at. It's either late or really early, right? So I was thinking about doing a live stream, though, of the Tropicana. And I guess if you guys miss it, you can always watch the replay. So I'm going to try to find a spot sometime tonight or, in the early morning hours. Because they're going to have a lot of stuff closed off. And it might be hard. It might be harder than I think. Or it might be almost impossible. I don't know. But I'm going to try to find some sort of a viewing area tonight. So be on the lookout for that. I'll try to announce it if I can. Through YouTube and through the channels that we go through, if I'm going to go live. So just be on the lookout. I might be going live at about 2:00 a.m. Pacific time zone. That would be Wednesday morning, 2 a.m. to do the implosion. So if you guys if you're interested in watching an implosion live, check out the Old Trucker John channel. I think I'm going to try to do that. Hey, Tony Sloan's here. Good to see Tony. Thanks for being here. Tony says, isn't that the truth for us truckers? I've done 1.5 miles. Hate driving more than 5 miles for groceries. Yeah, that's true. Tony Sloan, Albertsons is owned by the same company that owns Safeway. Yeah, like they say, they've all conglomerated, or they've all, been buying each other up. Non-Useful says, Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders announced a $70 million expansion, jobs at the ARC Munitions plant, but leaves the part out where Biden gave her the money through the Infrastructure Act. Or CAT, either way. Josh says, life shit gets in the way of life. Life shit gets in the way of life. Yeah. Delta Don, take us with you on your phone. Oh, to the Hertz office? Nah, that wouldn't be very interesting. David, early bird gets the kitty. Live stream it. Live stream the. Are we talking about me going to Hertz office, or are we talking about the implosion? I think Jolie's talking about the implosion. Non-useful early bird gets the flu. Delta Don, do it. Aaron West sounds fun. I don't think we're talking about the Hertz office. I think we're talking about the implosion. Okay. David in Grand Prairie, implosion. Dusty. Don't breathe it. I guess I could bring one of my masks. I've got 1,000 masks left over from COVID. Non-useful. I drive 35 miles round trip to grocery shop. I drive about 4 miles round trip. Rob 4419. We could use a big bang now. Laughing out loud. Tony Sloan. I was watching one of the auctions for the Tropicana merchandise, cards, tables, chips just a few weeks back. Yeah, I was gonna go do that, and then I missed it. I always miss them. Hey, Jojo Mojo Jojo's here. Hello, everybody. Hello, Jojo Mojo Jojo. Thanks for joining us here in the driver's lounge. Good to see you. Delta Don says, so 5 a.m. Wednesday morning Eastern time. Well, I guess, yeah. Well, yeah, because if I go on at 2, it would be 3 for you if you're in the Eastern time zone. Yep, that's it, Delta. Wednesday, yep. Which is just basically, like tonight. Hey, Jojo Mojo Jojo, welcome to Driver. Thank you so much. Jojo Mojo Jojo became a member. That's so awesome. Thank you so much. Welcome to being a driver. And look, you got this snazzy little badge there. Rob 44910, use the sound every time you say Trump. What sound? David at night too. Wow. Yeah, it'll be dark. Josh says non-useful. I have a small grocer 10 miles away. Jolie says woo woo to Jojo Mojo Jojo. James Williams says we can watch you go to Hertz anytime. That implosion is a once in a lifetime thing. Okay, all right. So that's the goal for tonight, for me to get into a spot where I can set up and do that. Non-use of Josh, that would be nice. Jolie says yes, 5 a.m. Eastern time. I'll set my alarm. Okay, all right. 4419 explosion. Well, they call it an implosion. Delta Dawn's going to set her alarm. Okay, yeah, guys, set your alarms. We'll be out there. I'm going to find a spot somewhere. I don't know where. I know they're going to be closing a big area off, and so I'll be fighting for a spot, I guess, somewhere. But I'll figure something out. I'll figure something, And we'll watch the poor old Tropicana, what's left of it, come down. All right, so with that, I think I'm going to have to call it a day. Like I said, I got some stuff I got to do, and and then I got to get out and do some Ubering and all that good stuff. It's going to be a long day apparently because I got to go to the Hertz office. Who knows how long that's going to take, and then I got to do some Ubering, and then tonight or tomorrow morning, watch the implosion. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see if I can make it. I'll have to take my vitamins or something. I don't know. So anyhow, guys, are they building housing? No, they're going to build a baseball stadium. They wouldn't build housing anyhow on the Strip. This is right on the Strip. So they wouldn't put more than likely. Although there are condominiums on the Strip. Along certain areas of the Strip, but for that spot right there, I mean, putting a baseball stadium is kind of unique. But if it's not a baseball stadium, it would just be another hotel casino that they would put in. James Williams, I'm always awake watching the Aurora Borealis around that time anyway. Jojo Mojo Jojo, question: anyone else been keeping up with the bill or amendment passed in West Virginia? They stayed in session overnight to pass not the child care, but said they refused to accept certification of a Democrat. No, I have not heard about that. And you can't refuse to accept certification of a Democrat. I mean, that's ridiculous. They should all be kicked out of office if they do that. Josh says, cheers, friend. Jojo Mojo Jojo, president candidate, why Trump under attack or in president's candidate, why Trump's under attack or in danger? I don't know. Don, thank you, TJ. Thank you, mods. Don Russo, they can find money from a stadium, but can't house the most vulnerable among us. Priorities, please. Well, they're not going to put housing shelter on the strip. Okay, let's just dispense with that. They're gonna if they're ever gonna do it, it's gonna be off the strip. Okay. But I get the point. I think of that all the time too. About there's billions and billions and billions of dollars up and down the strip that's being generated. It would be nice if even just a tiny little fraction of that could be spent on, the homeless and the downtrodden. Anyhow, guys, I don't want to go off on a big tangent here. I'm gonna because I got to get going. But you guys have been awesome. Thanks for spending this time with me, spending your valuable time hanging out with me here in my corner, backed up against the janitor's closet with my little hand-drawn signs that are not very aesthetically pleasing and all that. But I appreciate you guys hanging out here. So I'll see you guys hopefully tonight at 2 a.m. Wednesday morning, live stream, The Implosion. Let's do it. Let's all get our rest and get ready for it. And I'll see you guys then. 2 a.m. Pacific time, Wednesday, Tropicana Implosion. See you guys then. You guys are awesome. And don't forget, also, stretch your hammies. You don't want to be watching an implosion and then you pull a hammy or something. You just don't want to do it. So let's get some stretching in. All right. See you guys 2 a.m. Wednesday morning.
Well, it's time to say goodbye. The show has come to an end. But don't be sad, no, don't you cry. We're all gonna come back and meet again. We'll have some fun times, hopefully nothing too bad. We might talk about war crimes. Might talk about Baghdad. I doubt we'll talk about door chimes. But if we did, I'd be only too glad. So hasta la vista, baby. The show is over, but could I ask you maybe to take a shower? No, that's not what I meant, but I couldn't think of anything to rhyme with over. Now my whole rhyming scheme is all screwed up. Oh shit, I should have stuck to truck driving, who I tried to kid. At least when I was out there driving, I could handle a skid. But doing this live stream, baby, has been a real kid. So I hope to see y'all again right here on the Trucker John live stream. We're gonna do it again and again, right here in the Trucker John live stream. Yeah, the Trucker John live stream. We're gonna come back and do it all again. No, this ain't no dream. This is where we win, right here on the Trucker John live stream. No, this time to say goodbye. The show is coming in. But don't be sad, no, don't you cry. We're all gonna come back and meet again. it's time to say goodbye. The show has come to an end. Don't be sad, no, don't you cry. We're all gonna come back and meet again. We'll have some fun times, hopefully. Nothing too bad. We might talk about war crimes, might talk about Baghdad. I doubt we'll talk about gold chimes, but if we did, I'd be only too glad. So hasta la vista, baby. The show is over, but could I ask you maybe to take a shower? No, that's not what I meant, but I couldn't think of anything to rhyme with over. Now my whole rhyming scheme is all screwed up. Oh shit, I should've stopped a truck driving. Who am I trying to kid? At least when I was out there driving, I could handle the skid. Doing this live stream, baby, it's been a real kid. So I hope to see y'all again, right here on the Trucker John live stream. We gonna do it again and again and again, right here on the Trucker John live stream. Yeah, the Trucker John live stream. We're gonna come back and do it all again. No, this ain't no dream, this is where we win, right here on the Trucker John. At least when I was out there driving, I could handle the skid. Doing this live stream, baby, it's been a real kid. So I hope to see y'all again, right here on the Trucker John live stream. We gonna do it again and again and again, right here on the Trucker John live stream. Yeah, the Trucker John live stream. We're gonna come back and do it all again. No, this ain't no dream, this is where we win, right here on the Trucker John.